On Mondays and Saturdays in this peaceful, prosperous German city, the Busch-Walker family cycle off to a demonstration against Stuttgart 21. That is a plan to give the city a more than €4 billion state-of-the-art underground train station. They've been protesting for a year now, at first with a crowd of 40, which is now in the thousands. In the latest national opinion poll, 53% of Germans opposed the project. Today's giant station is above ground. The No camp wants to keep it that way. Better to spend the billions somewhere else, they say. They keep telling the politicians in charge to find a less costly option. We've come to hear this family's opinions. The grandfather used to be a card-carrying member of the ruling CDU Christian Democrat Party. After many letters to newspapers and officials, he even set up an internet site for protest.
I quit the CDU the moment they tore down the first old stone.
Nachdem der erste Stein von der Nordfassade gefallen ist.
I'm adamant that there has to be a referendum. The public division over this is overwhelming, and not only in Stuttgart. It's become too big for the usual politics to handle.
I never demonstrated in the past. I stuck to my violin. When the children were small, we went a lot by train. With a pushchair and luggage, the way the station is today is unbeatable. The trains pull in and out, all at surface level. When you need lifts and escalators, it means waiting. And if something's out of order, it is stressful. I don't believe the project will be an improvement with only half as many tracks as today. But the catalogue of arguments is huge. There are so many people critical of the Stuttgart 21 project.
German Railways, Deutsche Bahn, and the party in power promote Stuttgart 21, calling it the new heart of Europe. Part of one of the longest high-speed lines on the continent, the 1,500-kilometer-long intended Magistrale to link Paris, Strasbourg, Stuttgart, Ulm, Munich, Vienna and Bratislava. Deutsche Bahn says the Stuttgart rail restructuring investment will total €4.1 billion. Most of that coming from federal funding, the National Rail Company and the state or lender of Baden-Württemberg.
This model shows some of Stuttgart 21's advantages. On the surface, development of 100 hectares of park, living and working area. Today, all this is a railway desert. As you see here, there'll be a park on one side and on the other eco-housing for about 24,000 people, as well as office space for 15,000.
Automobile icons Porsche and Mercedes are headquartered here. Stuttgart is proud of its business prestige, but links between business and politics have also aroused public criticism. Skeptics fear the effect that a new integrated shopping centre might have on smaller stores. But protests aside, Stuttgart 21 construction has already started.
Ask my mother. I'm totally against Stuttgart 21. Firstly, it's extremely expensive to build. And what will we do with a dumb train station? We have a beautiful train station. With some renovations, it will be great again. Of course I've been demonstrating. That's what a citizen of Stuttgart does.
I've lots of friends in favour and lots against. I'm having trouble taking everything in myself. That's why I think a referendum would not be ideal. Even though I'm well informed, I don't have enough time to get into it deeply enough to know what would be right.
People in favour of Stuttgart 21 have also started taking to the streets. In case of a referendum, not only the city but the whole state of Baden-Württemberg would be involved. The project's supporters hope it will mean an economic boost to the whole region.
It creates jobs, and I take the train a lot, and there's always trouble getting to Ulm or somewhere else. In any case, it should be faster.
Stuttgart really needs a new station. It needs to be linked to the Magistrale network to bring money to Stuttgart. Transport's the only way to get investment into this city. It's been talked about for such a long time and finally came down in Stuttgart's favor.
Man hat ewig darüber diskutiert, was gut ist, und hat sich dafür entschieden.
Danke. Wählen Sie auch anders wegen Stuttgart?
Every time. We were CDU supporters.
We used to vote CDU, but somehow over this we felt we weren't treated well.
Look intelligent, this poster says. The CDU has held regional power here for 57 years, but today's state premier could be the one to lose it. As public mediation on the project proceeds, Stefan Mappus has felt his decisions put to the test.
I want to get into contact with those who are still unconvinced by Stuttgart 21. We want to convince as many people as possible. Logically, we'll win their confidence. I have the hope, not necessarily the belief, that I'll achieve this. I'm convinced I'll be successful with a considerable number of people.
Mappus Schnappus, the crocodile king, follows the state premier wherever he goes because he refused to take receipt of a 90,000 signature petition to stop construction. Pre-election polling puts Snappy's CDU roughly neck and neck with the Green Party. Buoyed up by the wave of protest, the Greens leader in the Stuttgart regional parliament could become the next Baden-Württemberg state premier. The Greens currently hold just a 12% stake, but they're in favour of more direct democracy and have been voting against Stuttgart 21 for years, while the other parties supported it.
Über den man sich freut.
Jetzt werden Sie bundesweit bekannt.
Ja.
Endlich im Spiel.
Nur solange es den Protest nicht gab.
As long as there was no protest, nobody took us seriously in the regional parliament. Although all the facts were in our favour. Even the project's supporters recognised costs were exploding. So these politicians mustn't be surprised when voters who are critical drop out. This is positive.
The dispute surrounding Stuttgart 21 bred further debate on getting citizens involved in political decisions. When the first trees were cut in this park in September, police crushed a protest with water cannon and pepper gas. Hundreds of Stuttgarters were hurt. This was a decisive development. It raised recognition in political circles that a change had come, that better communication is needed for huge projects. Stuttgart 21 opponents continue to keep trains at bay with anything they can, including teddy bears.